Happy holidays, everyone. Yes, it's that time of the year again, the season of unforgettable Uber rides, regrettable family photos, and the inevitable awkward conversation at your family holiday party with your crazy uncle who asks you about EVs. So I put together this little primer to help you through. You're welcome.
You know, I'd never buy one of these, but heard you're buying a Rivian.
Yeah, actually, I'm super pumped about this truck. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. I don't pollute the forest when I go camping, and I can still get a sheet of plywood in the bed.
Rivian, who makes those?
Rivian?
Yeah, but who makes Rivian?
Rivian?
But really, how far can you go?
Well, it depends on the car, but in a Rivian, I can basically go as far as I want. It has a 300-mile range, 400-mile range coming next year. So as long as you're not on Mars, you can make it to a charging station if you plan right. Rivian actually drove 2 trucks on back roads across the US and from the tip of South America to LA. And yeah, you have to stop longer to charge. But on a fast charger, you can get up to 140 miles of range and 20 minutes of charging, and not much more than a typical bathroom and snack break, really. It actually takes a little bit of stress out of road trips.
So where do you charge then?
Well, Rivian's building a network of chargers. That'll be a while. There are a bunch of fast charging stations already out there, like Electrify America, ChargePoint, EVgo, and the new infrastructure bill will add up to $7.5 billion for charging stations, and actually gives priority to underserved areas, so they'll get there.
No, but don't you have to have a special charger in your house?
Well, you could, but you can also just plug into the wall and charge at 120 volts. If you don't run the battery to zero every day, which you wouldn't, you can get all the charge you need overnight at home for less than the price of gas. Add solar panels and you can drive on free sun juice alone. Guessing you don't have a free gas pump in your garage? Just saying.
Aren't they like twice as much as regular cars?
Well, yeah, they are high-end vehicles for now, although the prices are coming down.
It's like a cheesecake. La Crocs?
Think about it this way. ICE cars, regular cars, are about as cheap as they can already be, and EVs are pretty close in price. Oh, and a regular ICE car typically has about 2,000 moving parts in the drivetrain. An EV, low as 20. That means breakdowns and repairs are a lot less likely, and charging is a lot cheaper than gas anyway, so over time the cost comes down a lot.
Not that I care, but I heard EVs aren't really even better for the environment anyway.
Okay, actually, that's a myth. According to some calculations, even if you keep your current ICE car after about 4 years, you'll end up putting more stuff in the environment than if you'd switch to an EV today. Depends on how much you drive and some other factors, but if you're gonna own a car for more than 4 years, then it makes sense to switch now. If you plan on owning longer than that, or if you're already gonna buy a new car anyway, then the choice is even easier. Did you know that the number of gigatons of carbon we put in the air each year is the same weight as over 400,000 fully loaded aircraft carriers? Hard to get your head around, isn't it? You gotta do something.
Oh, but my truck can blast past that one on the highway.
Okay, so the Rivian has 800 horsepower, 900 pound-feet of torque. It'll pull a trailer up those mountain highways without even blinking an eye.
Oh, well, it doesn't have lockers. Couldn't do that hell's revenge.
Oh, but it can, and it has. Here's a little fun fact. Rivian is the first production vehicle that has a motor for each wheel. Since it's controlled by a computer, what that means is that it can send power to any wheel at any time. It'll detect when a wheel is spinning and make adjustments. So, in some ways, it's better than lockers. Did I mention it can match a Porsche off the line? Oh, and it's a truck.